We have to dig deeper into all these recommendations and also the observations or findings of that committee that's in that 55-page document. And of course, we have to add some great analysis on the subject. We'll be doing that right here, as well as the ensuing interactions we have right here on TV3 News. But we have Adam Bonaa, is the Chief Executive for Securities Warehouse Limited, an analyst, and helps us do some of these things. You take a look at the need for proper standard operating procedures for the police, and we've seen that we haven't had those actions undertaken in the past event that we've witnessed. Just in the recent past, Ayawaso West Wogon. How quickly do we need to have the Ministry of the Interior, the Minister of Defense, and then also the entire security apparatus implement this as quickly as possible?
Good evening, Roland. It has to be implemented as quickly as possible, especially if I'm sure you are aware, and your viewers are aware, that the families of the victims have petitioned everybody, including the president. They have gone to the chief imam, they've met the clergy, they've met everybody, the media. And so I would urge that the implementation of this, recommendation should be as quickly as possible to assuage the pain of, victims' family and victims who are in one, pain or the other. Remember, those who are dead are gone, but there are those who have been incapacitated. Some have been amputated. So what it literally means is that they need some amount of support. These people could have been breadwinners, if you know the way our system functions. So especially the aspect of compensation would have to be taken care of as swiftly as possible, Roland.
Now, that would also mean that that would have a greater influence on the decisions that are taken by the various MMDCEs who tend to head the various security committees in their jurisdictions. This report is telling us that for this instance, the gentleman apparently who took the decision had no proper intelligence and doesn't have, it looks like, the expertise. Going forward, what should we be doing about such positions that are occupied by people, square pegs in round holes, possibly?
Well, yes. After September 11, security architecture all over the world, got transformed. If the almighty America couldn't coordinate, deployment to ground zero, the Twin Towers when they were, aircrafts were run into, then you would notice that in our country, it would, we should have learned lessons long ago. Ayawaso West Wogon report indicated some synergies, some similars, to have these agencies working together. But subsequent, activities have laid credence to the fact that we haven't learned that much. But let me be quick to congratulate the Kumsin, Justice Kumsin's committee. I think they did a good job. Initially, I'm one of the fierce critics of, I criticized them a lot, obviously for some utterances I thought they shouldn't have made. But looking at the report, I am quite satisfied, and I will say that if it is fully implemented, probably some of these excesses, we might not see it again, especially looking at the fact that, some body cameras are supposed to be used. And I'm aware that the Ghana Police Service, through the Ministry of the Interior, and the government of Ghana is in the process of importing or procuring about 20,000 body cameras, both, dash cam and then body cameras. If these things are procured and used the way it should be used, it will reduce the bribery and the excess use of force by police officers. The other thing that probably I haven't seen here, my own intel tells me that there's supposed to be 25 formed police units. At the moment, there is just one in the Greater Accra region. And so if there's riot in Ho, if there's riot in Wa, the police there usually don't have the riot gear to do that. There's going to be about 25 of them, 3 in Greater Accra, I think 3 in Western, 3 in Ashanti region, and the other regions are going to have one. If this is implemented, if this is done, what it means is that largely we are not going to have the military, interfacing with civilians when civilians are rioting, but would have the police dealing with the civilian populace when they are rioting.
Adam Bonaa is a security analyst. He's also Chief Executive Securities Warehouse Limited. We have more of this analysis of this 28-pointer findings and also 10 recommendations in this 55-page document. And you go to 3news.com. We've uploaded there with more details right there